on our Shinobi Hero Review. Anyway, we all know about Shinobi, and I'd say this is a quick review on mostly the movesets, a few tips, and hero-specific stuff. You got the four chain attacks he has. Shadow Dancer, which is 2 lights, the second one being kind of a freebie because of, well, if you land, well, a second heavy in the same position, you get that one free. Then Sickle Rain, which is basically the stab attack from Peacekeeper. 2 heavies, the enemy gets slammed to the ground, then time your 3 light attacks. Then you have Ghoul's Rage, which is a heavy and a light. Spider Silk Whip, which is a 2 ranged heavies, like hold 1 heavy, release it, then hit the trigger again to throw the other sickle. And then you have the Tackle, which you get a super sprint going and hit the X button, which is basically what I like to call a Call of Duty slide. And then obviously the super sprint. You got well, after that you have the grab. Basically you hold the heavy, but you hit the X button instead of actually letting go of the thing. Then you have the Sickle Rain mix-up, which is the long range grab, then a heavy, then 3 lights. And I think on the second heavy, it's unblockable. I'm not sure. The charge kick mix-up is basically a kick, and then you get a heavy in there. And then, well, you can do the same thing with the grab. Then you have a front roll, which is basically you throw your sickle, you get that long range heavy, then you press A and you roll up to your opponent. Then you can press X and do a backflip kick, or what the game likes to call a front roll kick, but it's a backflip obviously. And then you have the crushing front roll, which you roll up there using the heavy and dodge and whatnot, then hit the heavy again. Then you have the backflip, which is a kick mix up or a light or a heavy, then hit the A button and you get out of there. Then the crushing backflip, which is basically a backflip and hit the heavy attack. Then backflip grab, which is, well, the backflip, and then hit the guard break button to pull your enemy back, so you can probably end up with the sickle mix up and just pull off crazy stuff. You have your good old double dodge, and then to make that kick thing going, you double dodge and hit the guard break button, and then you have your double dodge light and heavy, and then you have a teleport kick, which is basically you get a good old deflect, and then you can hit the X button and kick them in the back, throwing them off the ledge, hopefully, or just off into some spikes and whatnot. Then the teleport light attack, which does a lot of that good old bleed damage. I think the most of the time you're going to be doing the teleport light attack, but if you're cornered and about to get thrown off, do the teleport kick. And then you have the Shadow Strike. I haven't really been using this attack much. I have been parrying sometimes because, well, instinct with Warden and whatnot, but when I do parry, I always hit the heavy button for some reason. I think it's either because of Warden or because like with Lawbringer, I parry, hit the light attack, and 2 heavies to get that cool combo. But here you get a parry and a light attack, and you can get some bleed effect. Now that is pretty cool, and haven't really been using it a lot. Always been that crazy kick mix up in Sickle Rain, and a little bit of the teleport dodge. Anyways, some specific stuff. The charge has 2 charging attack levels. The higher the charge level, the more range your attack has. And then you have limitations, and cancel it with B or dodge. And you always have the good old deflect instead of anything else, being like the block dodge. And then you can exit the tackle by pressing B. I haven't really looked at this that much because I usually land my tackles. I did miss 1 tackle once. That wasn't all that great because I ran out of stamina, and yeah. Long story short, I died. Yeah, anyway, Shinobi is one hell of a player for range and it's also not too bad for close quarters, especially with that kick in there to basically throw out your opponent out the window and just do damage. Anyway, smack that like button, hit the sub, drop the comment. I'll see you guys later for another video on the channel. I'm out.